Hello, it's Danny from Prime Coaching Sport, and today I'm with Byron from QAS, and today we're going to take you through the basics of volleyball. So we're going to be looking at the serving, digging, setting and spiking, getting you knowing everything you need to get started to play. Let's get straight into it. The first most important skill we're going to look at is the dig. It's also known as the bump, and this is the best way to pass the ball during a rally. So first we need to look at making a platform to contact the ball. Put your arms out straight in front of you, palms facing up, then put one hand on top of the other and bring your thumbs together. The key point is to keep your arms straight and dig the ball on your forearms, not your wrists, towards the target. You're then going to take a step and use your legs to bump the ball up and forwards into the air. You can practice digging individually by throwing the ball into the air, stepping to dig it and catching it. And then you can progress to passing against the wall, taking 2 touches. So you can practice your digging in pairs. We're about 5 or 6 meters apart, and I'm going to be giving Byron 5 feeds, and then he's going to be giving me 5 feeds. So from the cone, nice easy underarm feed, and he's going to do 5 passes. Notice that he's moving to step the ball, and he's passing the ball in a nice high arc back to me. So now Byron's going to feed me. So I'm here in my ready position. Step and pass. There's some fundamental errors that you're going to see happening, and we need to correct those straight away. Firstly, make sure that you're not swinging your shoulders to lift the ball. The control and direction comes from using your legs to step and push the ball in a nice arc to the target. If you find the ball is bouncing off to the left or right, it's probably because your platform is not flat. To correct this, push your shoulders forwards with your arms straight, and you can also point your thumbs towards the ground. You might find the ball is also bouncing up behind you or too far forwards. Try to think about the angle of your platform when you contact the ball. When the ball comes to you, is it too flat or too low? Try to move to get in the correct position behind the ball to pass. Once the ball has been dug, the next part is to set the ball into the air for someone else to spike it over. Start with your hands out in front of you and put all 10 fingertips together with fingers spread apart. Then raise your hands up above and in front of your head with your fingers still touching. Then pull your hands apart just far enough that the ball could sit nicely in between your first 3 fingers. This is the position where we set the ball from. From here, step forward and push through. Again, you can practice on your own by throwing the ball up high, moving into position, setting, then catching. And progress to setting against the wall, taking 2 touches. You can practice your setting in pairs. We're about 5 or 6 meters apart. I'm going to be the feeder, Byron is the setter. We do 5 each and then switch. Make sure when you feed the ball, you feed it nice and high so your partner has the time to get underneath it. So here we go. You can see Byron's going to step, set that ball in the right position, and he's setting it with a nice high arc. Nice and high back to me. He's not passing it too low. He's using his whole body to push that ball through. So you've got to move into the right position, take that step, and push it with a nice high arc. The most common error I see when learning to set is not contacting the ball in the correct spot. You need to make sure you move under and behind the ball so you can set it from the optimal position, high and in front of you. Too low or too far behind, and you won't have the control or power to set without carrying or touching it, which is not allowed. There's a few simple ways that you can practice the digging and setting in pairs. Moving down the court, have a feeder move backwards whilst feeding and catching the ball. The passer moves forwards in steps to dig or set. Focus to move behind the ball and use your legs to step and push the ball high to your target. Once you've been through, switch the feeder and passer. You can then progress this to moving sideways. You can also practice going sideways over the net, moving left and right. A fun reaction drill is to have a passer at a cone reacting to the ball. The feeder slaps the ball, then throws it up deep or short, left or right, and the passer must quickly move behind the ball and pass it back in. You can make this even more exciting by starting in different positions. The third key skill, which is the most fun, is the spike or the hit, and you also use it when you're overarm serving as well. We're going to break it up into two parts, the swing and the jump. Before you hit the ball, bring your hitting arm back with your elbow pointing behind. Point out your non-hitting arm to find the ball. Then swing over your head and high-five the ball at the high point contact of your reach. Snap your elbow to contact with your arm straight, then follow through. The advanced part is to also snap your wrist at the same time to get top spin on the ball. You can even practice your swing technique on your own by spiking it against the wall, working on snapping the ball into the ground. Once you practice the hit, you can then add a jump at the same time. Your run-up pattern, if right-handed, is going to be left, right, left. If left-handed, it's right, left, right. Take a big step with your left foot, followed by quickly planting your right and left foot down and jumping off of them both up into the air. Try to time it so you hit the ball at the peak of your jump. So in pairs, you can practice spiking over the net to each other. So we're standing behind the attack line, and all you're going to do is throw the ball up and swing to your partner. The focus is that high point contact, snapping your elbow, snapping your wrist as well to get that top spin. You want to make sure it's high and in front of you. What we don't want to do is spike too far in front of us, and we don't want to spike from back here either. You want to find that perfect point, as you can see, where it's high and in front of you. You can then progress it to adding in a small jump. So this time, throw the ball a little higher, work on that left, right, left. The important thing to focus is jumping off of both feet and contacting the ball at the high point of your jump. So from here, just keep it nice and controlled. The key thing is jumping off of both feet. And we don't want to be falling back like this. Okay, you want to keep that ball in front of you so you can get that good contact down into the ground. You can then have a feeder catching the ball and throw it up to be hit, and then progress to setting the ball to be hit. To keep it simple for now, focus on jumping off of both feet and use big arm swings to help you jump high. Each rally begins with a serve from behind the serve line, and you can either serve underarm or overarm. For underarm serves, simply hold the ball out in front of you, swing your hitting arm back behind you, then step and swing to hit the ball out of your hand. Make sure to try and swing straight through to your target. Once you practice spiking, you can begin to use an overhand serve. It's the same kind of technique of contacting the ball high up at the top of your reach, and remember to snap your elbow when you contact. You can then even try jump serving, but make sure you start from further back so you don't step over the line before you jump. Another serve is to try the float serve. This is where you hit the ball with a flat hand and don't follow through, making the ball float in the air. So I hope you picked up some fundamentals today to help you with volleyball. Now these were just the basics, and if you're an elementary teacher looking to teach volleyball at your school, make sure you check out my resources in the links below. I've got a complete volleyball unit filled with lessons, skills, games and drills, and I've also got some printable task cards with demonstrational videos. So I take you through everything you need to turn your kids into volleyball superstars.